the president said this is the first West Point class of the golden era of America, the golden age of America, he said. Let's get reaction now from the former head of the U.S. military's Missile Defense Agency, Vice Admiral James Syring. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your distinguished service as well this Memorial Day weekend. I couldn't think of anyone better to have now. Just given everything that the president just said, what was your reaction? What is your top line reaction to the president's speech on this powerful day?
It was great to be with you, Brian. It was very positive. The West Point cadets, as all officers entering the military this year, are coming in a much different era in terms of the ramp up of defense spending and, frankly, the threat that this country faces. You just saw the best and brightest that we have in this country, future leaders of the military, and, frankly, future leaders of this country graduating, and many of them will go into harm's way, and many of them will operate the systems that the president has put into his budget.
Now, there has been an uptick, a big uptick in recruitment in the U.S. military, particularly in the U.S. Army. Now, analysts have pointed out that that upward trajectory was starting a little bit last year in 2024, but there's no doubt about it. The president really talked about how he believes his administration, he called it the spirit that his administration has kind of reignited in people, has a lot to do with recruitment records this year. Let's listen to the president, what he said about that. I'll get your reaction.
We just set a brand new peacetime recruiting record. The most people joined, and we are brimming. In fact, be careful. There's somebody going to try and take your job. Be careful. You better be good. We are brimming with confidence, and we're brimming with people. We had the best recruiting month that we've had in memory. Nobody remembers anything like it. And that's all because they have spirit now. They have spirit. They have a spirit for our country.
Vice Admiral, what do you make of that?
I think what you're hearing is in terms of the recruitment numbers and what we're seeing, Brian, is people that hear the president's message loud and clear, understand where the Defense Department and DOD and the services need to be in terms of warfighting ethos, lethality, and winning. And I think that rallies the young men and women who join the military.
And now I have to ask you about the Golden Dome missile defense system. This is your expertise. What do you make of the Golden Dome? Is it feasible, and how important is it to the defense of this country?
Yes, it's feasible, and it's critically important to the future defense of this country. I thought that the announcement this week was one of the most consequential announcements that we've had in 40-plus years, since when President Reagan announced the Strategic Defense Initiative. Nothing has been rolled out in terms of a policy of that magnitude since then. And I liken it to days of Admiral Rickover in the nuclear Navy post-World War II, in terms of how fast that happened in terms of putting Nautilus to sea in 1954. So it's on the order of magnitude of those types of announcements. The criticality of the system and the build out of the system is crucial in terms of transitioning the technology to encompass all of the threats today. We certainly have a threat. We have threat capability against ICBMs, against North Korea and Iran today. But the president in his executive order had talked about protection against all ICBMs, including China and Russia, and that will necessitate a space-based interceptor capability.
Wow. Well, that is a powerful endorsement from somebody who knows a little bit something about missile defense. Retired Vice Admiral, thank you, James Syring. Thank you so much for being here with me this Memorial Day weekend and for your service.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.